Happy Monday. Welcome to Charlie Growls at the Giraffe. Hi. He had an amazing sleep last night. He slept from 8 o'clock till 6 o'clock, woke up for a quick feed, and then somehow went back to sleep until about 8:30. So, like, I just don't. I mean, we had a massive day yesterday. Are you on Mummy's leg? Do you want me to move? Hold on. We had a massive day yesterday. Like, just absolutely massive. And he also ate quite a bit more solid food than he normally would, so I wonder if that has something to do with it. But I don't know what it was, but it was fantastic. Also, because I'm not used to him sleeping like that, I had maybe 6.5 hours sleep. I was up for 5 o'clock, laying in bed just going, when's he gonna wake, when's he gonna wake, when's he gonna wake. It's been a very productive morning though. I fed all the animals and made Tim coffee, and I also made some pear puree for him. Before Tim had even got out of bed. Tim had a late one as well last night. But yeah, I didn't film any of that because I had a feeling that since I turned the camera on, he'd wake up, and you just didn't. It's actually really nice. Tim and I got to have a slow morning. We had his coffee and I had my breakfast. We sat out on the front deck, and there's, yeah, the bird life in the morning out there is just beautiful. When we first moved here, we spent every single morning out on that front deck watching the birds, listening to them, seeing if we could identify what they were. Hi. Hi. And so it was nice to get to do that again. I feel like we very rarely get to just spend time existing together. Yeah. So it's been a really lovely morning. I'm exhausted as balls, but it's been a really lovely morning. Isn't that right, Jackal-Doodle-Doo? He's just so happy playing. Anyway, thought I'd pop on and say good morning. There's a couple of things I wanted to do this today, but nothing that is overly exciting, to be honest. Hold on. What are you doing? He was trying to eat the giraffe's tail, but as soon as the camera went on him, he was like, nope. Get this idiot out, man. We don't crawl with that in our mouth. Anyway, we'll probably check in later. But, yeah. Happy Monday morning. Ah, Charlie, no! I'm so tired. Hello all. I'm so exhausted.
Hello.
Hello. I just woke up from a nap. I think I slept like just so little as to make it worse than if I hadn't slept at all. Tim is making
A mess.
But fermented carrots and beetroot.
Yeah, we had carrots and beets that were going bad, so I was like, well, let's keep them for even longer.
Look, there's a jar. I'm so tired. Here you go. Here is a jar of fermented beets. Is it just beets, this one?
Beetroots and carrot.
Beetroots and carrots.
But everyone's like, it's fine to ferment them together, but you might lose the colouring of the carrots a little bit. Okay, well, because
That's fair. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that, and we'll probably show you when it's done or later today or whatever, and I don't know when I'll pick up the camera next. I'm tired. Goodbye.
Yep.
Hello again. Charlie's here this time. Timmy's finished his things. His, what is it, sauerkraut if it's not cabbage?
just fermented.
Fermented stuff. He tried 2 different methods. I think one of them is grated, one of them is sliced.
Kind of a half-half, and then I don't really have weights, so I just kind of put a bottle in the other one and hope for the best. She'll be right.
It's in the background there.
She'll be right.
She'll be right. Anyway, we'll see how it turns out. Apparently it takes a couple weeks. I had so much planned for today, but I actually feel like I've been hit by a truck. Hey, don't get it on the ground. What are you doing? You getting it on the ground. You're beautiful, baby. Tim's gonna go back to work in a second.
Yeah.
Yay. So, it's just me and Charlie sitting on the ground. Might make veggie stock. Love you. Are you going to join us?
Yeah.
Aww.
Floor lunch!
Floor lunch.
What do we got for floor lunch? I can't even remember. I just grabbed a box out of the fridge.
I had tikka
think it's
masala for my floor lunch. Charlie's having milk.
My leftover meats that I'm keeping the bones to make fertilizer for.
Yay. It's pork chop?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Floor lunch. Hello all, and welcome to today's episode of We Make Stuff Ourselves because money and health. So, one of the very first things I started doing when I started trying to make my own food, buy less stuff from the store, was vegetable stock. And you're probably wondering, vegetable stock does not have Greek yogurt in it. Well, you are correct. What I do every time that I'm making vegetables for a recipe and cutting them up, I put the scraps in this bucket from our freezer and freeze it. And then once the bucket is full, I will put it in a pot with some water and make a stock out of it. So that's what I'm going to do. And Charlie, hopefully, is going to behave while I do that. What do you think? Are you going to behave? That seems fitting. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So you want to get a good mixture of vegetables in there. So I always aim to have as a very baseline carrots, celery, onion, garlic. Normally tomatoes end up in there, mushrooms, basically anything else. And then you put in at the end some herbs, some bay leaves that we have growing in the backyard, and some peppercorn and salt. And it's really that easy. So let's look what we got today. We got lots of carrots, we got some tomatoes, little bits of tomatoes. I think I added it. Yep, there's a zucchini. Got them in there. Hold on. Gonna go in a pot. Go past Hannah. I already took some bay leaves and froze them with the pot. Love past Hannah. Charlie's trying to break into some cupboards. Now, just because I would like a little more depth to it, I might chuck. Let me just look in the fridge and see what we got. Let's throw me off. Funky little carrot that came with our funky foods box. It's not bad. It's just funky. So, oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's like twirled into itself. Anyway, that can go in. That is probably a good amount. Scrappy cooking. Look at all those vegetable scraps. I don't like that I just said it like that. I'm sorry. Alright, and then we add 2.5 litres of water to the pot. I use the kettle just to make it easier to measure. And then on the herb front, I'm going to use some parsley, dried, because that's what we have, and some thyme, dried, because that's what we have. Oh, and also some rosemary, because, we always have that. Yeah. Okie dokie. Thyme, parsley, and the rosemary. And sprinkle. And then some sea salt. I like salt. Peppercorns. Then we're good to go. Turn up the heat. Stop talking with an accent. And now this will just cook. We gotta wait until it gets to a boil. Yeah. And then you just reduce it to a simmer. And it sits for about an hour or two. And then at the end of it, you let it cool, you strain it out, and you've got stock. Sounds good. No, it's not the most fun thing in the world, but it is a staple that is literally made from scraps from our kitchen, as opposed to spending $5, $6, $7+ at the store. And I think that's actually an understatement. The last time I bought stock. Yeah. I mean, the reality is vegetable stock. It is what you make it. Add whatever herbs you like. Prioritize whatever vegetables you like. But this way, I've just got a base for easy recipes, soups, risottos. Should Mummy make a risotto? He doesn't care. Anyway, that'll sit there for a while now, and we can check in later. Bye! Look at all those pretty colours. So pretty. I should also add a quick rule of thumb for whether to know if it should go in the stock or not, vegetable-wise. Is it something that absorbs flavour or leaches it? So something like potatoes, starches. Well, A, they're starchy, so they make your food taste like starch. But they tend to absorb what they sit in, as opposed to, you know, carrots, celeries, tomatoes. They leach flavour into things. Mushrooms, the big leeches. Leeks, leach. So yeah, just a good rule of thumb. Also, you can Google it if you don't know. That's why Google's there. Remember what I said about causing trouble? Trouble. Charlie Trouble Combridge. Alrighty, it has been an hour. I'm going to turn that noise off. It has been an hour and it is deliciously done. The house smells amazing, doesn't it, Timbo? Mm-hmm. Oh, I fogged up the camera.
Wow.
Thank you, Tammy. Anyway, I will let it cool for a bit and then I will strain it and then I'll probably freeze it in little 1 cup or half cup trays so I can pull it out of the freezer whenever I need it. Tim pointed out the other day I use the freezer a lot. I do use the freezer a lot because preservation. I just don't like food going to waste. But yeah, this is one of those ways to use up your food scraps. Just in case anyone is curious, or just in case future Hannah needs a reminder that she should do this. Anyway, bye! We've officially reached this level of parenting where it's just easier to let him destroy a cupboard so that I can cook dinner. I'm really learning to pick my battles because the reality is I can clean this up. Like, I can. It'll take me 30 seconds to clean that up. And the other activities that he's just ignoring. But eating is important and it is worth 30 seconds of cleaning. I doubt I'll get much more filming done today. Tim is filming for work today, all afternoon. So this is probably it for tonight. Where is he gone? He's crawling. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.